Konnichiwa and welcome to episode 13 of the Leadership Japan podcast, and I am your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, president of Carnegie Training Japan, and much more importantly, you are a student of leadership, highly motivated to be the best in your business field. And today we are talking about delegate or die. Managers and leaders already know that you have to get the right people, the right bus, and in the right seats. They also know that the seat allocation and the task alignment need to be in the correct balance. High-cost resources should be doing high-value tasks and vice versa. Well, knowing it is fine, but take a good look at what you're doing every day and check if you're actually delegating tasks off your desk to your subordinates. Are you still doing them? Or even worse, buying them back? In the November-December 1974 issue of the Harvard Business Review, Bill Onken and Don Was released what is now a classic, Who's Got the Monkey?, about delegation. We should have mastered delegation by now, shouldn't we? Actually, no. The title of today's topic is not facetious. We know that stress is a killer, and often we are stressed because we are drowning in a sea of tasks, a great number of which we should have others doing rather than ourselves. Take a simple example. How many of us are driven by our email inboxes, usually arranged chronologically? They pile up, we drop behind, and the stress starts to build. If we were to print it all out, put it in your in-tray and tell your boss you were going to tackle that huge pile of paper, starting with the most recent, with no prioritization involved at all, would probably be the response from your boss. We need a better approach to increasing workloads, and we need others to help. So what do you do about it? There are 6 D's of productivity. Doing is the most common. Productivity goes down, though, when under stress we start dumping onto our subordinates. Seagull management, anyone? Well, it all gets too much. We really lose it and start dropping the tasks. Leaders improve the organization's productivity when they start to distribute the workload. Delegation takes this to the next level and on a bigger scale. We often hear about empowerment, but what we actually refer to is deputizing our subordinates. So there are 8 steps to delegation. 1, the first thing is we have to stop doing. Get the cost, task, productivity, alignment correct, and move stuff off your desk. But simply dumping is like spreading an infection. You take your inability to get things done and spread it around the rest of your team. 2, select the best person for that project, not just who's idle or who's available, but who's best suited for that particular task. 3, then start selling. That's right, selling, not ordering. Tell them what is in it for them to take on this project, given they consider they are already considerably overworked. You need to show them that this task is in their best interest to further their career. That's why you're asking them to do it. 4, show how to do the task, modeling the approach needed. 5, let them do it, but watch and coach. Make sure they're taking the project along the path you need, rather than along some tremendously interesting but unneeded diversion. 6, make it theirs by letting go. Ouch! But you must let go, otherwise there'll never be any delegation. Trust them with the right guidance that they can do it. 7, when you complete the task, Give them feedback. The two most effective ways of giving feedback are tell them what was good and what would make it even better next time. Don't critique, don't complain, don't criticize. Just tell them what was good and tell them what would make it even better. 8, reward and celebrate their achievement. Sounds simple enough. What happens in reality, though, is we get sidetracked. We buy it back or put the monkey on our own back. People who work for us are often savvier than we are. They know how to get us to buy it back, and we accommodate them. Another common outcome is the projects drift. They have no clear owner anymore, and no one is accountable. The key is to keep the delegatee accountable, and the method needed is adequate communication. Clearly explain A, desired results. By the way, always check for understanding. B, the performance standards you expect. C, the measurement system you're going to use. And D, the timing. When are the milestones? When are the deadlines? Changes will occur, of course, so we have to be flexible regarding the execution. Ultimately, it has to be a win-win situation, or the chance of buy-in diminishes, and we are left with more stress and no result. Now that is a killer. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan podcast. If you would like to access more great insights and information, then go to japan.dalecarnegie.com.